All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is April 5th, Tuesday. We got ourselves a number of NBA games to jump into today. Like we always do, we go through each and every game. I give you my lean. I give you what I'm thinking on the game, where this head is at, but my final plays will be in the pinned comment at the very bottom of the pinned comment, and I update that pinned comment throughout the day as I place final plays, so keep an eye on that throughout the day. Last night, we went 3 and 4. Actually, not last night. It was Sunday. No games yesterday. So our last day of NBA betting, we went 3 and 4. We had the Thunder plus 15. They beat the Suns. We had CJ McCollum's under in rebounds. Cash it out. And we had the ride of the day. And the ride of the day was coming in from Gotta Get the Bag with Jalen Green's over 22.5 points. Jalen Green has been on absolute fire. And you know Gotta Get the Bag has the applause in order there. So shout out to Gotta Get the Bag for the ride of the day. Definitely helped us out, because outside of that, we were looking at a 2 and 4 night. Anthony Edwards finished with 4 boards, and he had that with, going into the fourth quarter. So that could have been a close one, but I'm not one to compare about a loss. A loss is a loss. 3 and 4 last night. Not the best. I'm going to ask you guys, before we get into the video, please hit that subscribe button. We are approaching 9,000 subscribers, and I cannot thank you guys enough for the recent support on the channel. I really cannot. And the ones that are truly, truly supporting that I can just not thank enough are the ballers, ladies and gentlemen. We have Dennis, Alex, the Anchor, Ricky, Jimmy, Keenan, Zapata, Jameson, Pancho, Corey, Deep Breath, The Roof, Julian, Nick, McPaxton, John, Larry, Pagong, Drew, Corey, Trady, Sherwin, Edwin, Carmelita, Eric, Expect, Thomas, and Sam J. I thank you guys so much for your support, guys. If you don't know who I'm talking about here, who the ballers are the members of this channel. For $2.99 a month, you get an icon next to your name. If you've been a member for less than a month, you get a bronze badge. If you're a month plus, you get a silver badge, and then 2 month plus, you get the gold badge. You also get access to exclusive emojis and a lot coming down the pike as well. And the biggest thing here is, honestly, that's a great way to show your support. So, as much as I want to involve the ballers, and I plan to involve the ballers and everything like that, I think really it comes from people's hearts and wanting to support. And I can't thank the 20-something or so of you guys that have so far. I really do appreciate it. The 27 of you guys that have jumped on board with what we're doing here. But thank you guys again. $2.99 a month. If you want to become a baller, the link is going to be in the pinned comment. It's going to be the first link in the pinned comment. Then you're going to see the Discord link. The Discord link is where I'm going to explain all of my player prop ads throughout the day. Obviously, I don't go and go into detail with my player props. If any player props in the video, we stick to against the spread numbers. But if we do add player props throughout the day, I explain them in the Discord. And it's also just a great place. We're approaching 1,000 people in there. A great place to just kick around your bet ideas, see what people think and everything like that, and get some new ideas yourself from other people. So check out that Discord link. That'll be in the pinned comment right after the join link. And then underneath all that is where my final plays, which I talked about earlier, will be. But we have a large slate today, guys. We're going to try and do it in one video. I know we talked about last video trying to split them up, but I saw some of the comments. Some people are saying they liked it. A lot of people said just stick to one video. We can bounce around and plug and play in there and whatnot. So that's what we're going to try and do. We're going to stick to the one video approach here. Again, guys, if you do have any ideas on how we can make the videos better or anything like that, I'm all ears always. So please let me know if you do have any ideas. But we are jumping into the actually forgot to mention this too. We're getting into different sports. We did NCAA last night, and now we have the Masters 3 dark horse picks. So if you are a golf fan, the Masters video is on the channel right now. Go check it out. It's the most recent video. But yeah, I had to announce that we're not just sticking to basketball. We get so many comments of, what are you going to do after basketball season and everything like that. We're going to get into it all, guys, and that's why I'm always looking for feedback in the comments. What do you guys want me to do? What are you looking for? How can I be the entertainer for you guys, I guess? But yeah, so go check out that Masters video, guys. We got 3 dark horse picks for the Masters there, but let's jump right into it here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 NBA games on the slate tonight. We might as well get started. We have the Magic getting 8.5 points here against the Cavs. The Magic are at home. I ran a few game simulations on this one, and they had the Magic winning by a point, which is kind of crazy. Obviously, still no Jared Allen for Cleveland, no Evan Mobley, and they've been suffering a little bit. They got that win against New York. What was that, on Saturday or on Sunday? On Saturday, but that was a Julius Randle-less New York. Then they go and lose to Philly only by 4 points. So I'm not sure why Cleveland's getting the disrespect from the simulator here, but 8.5 points. I'm going against what the mathematics say in whatever simulator that is. I'm going with the Cleveland Cavaliers here, minus 8.5. They're still the covering Cavaliers in my book. They've been struggling against the spread, I will admit that. But, you know, we owe this team for all the money they made us at the beginning of the year. So minus 8.5 points here, they're coming off of a hard loss to Philly and playing an Orlando team that has lost 3 straight here. And the last time these two teams played was at the end of March, just a few nights ago, and they won 107-101. So I don't see any reason why, you know, as the Magic have gotten even worse, that they cannot cover this number. Guys, keep an eye on the pin comment, though, for the final plays. Next up, we have the Pacers getting 12.5 points against the Sixers here, and it is getting late in the year. Keep an eye, you know, the Bucks, the Sixers, all these teams that have just been resting guys when they choose to. Make sure you keep an eye on them. Those are teams that I'm just not jumping the gun and taking early plays or anything like that, so keep an eye on that. But we got 12.5 points here. The Sixers have no injuries on their injury report right now. Brogdon's questionable. Batazde is questionable for the Pacers. I'm going to be leaning Philly here. They're coming off of 2 decent wins, Charlotte and Cleveland. I don't know if we could call Cleveland a decent win. We could at one point this season, but we're going to lean Philly here, minus 12.5. I don't love that number, especially them being on the road. I just don't love having to lay 12.5 points, especially on a team that's 4-6 against the spread in their last 10. In their last 5 games on the road, they're 1-4, but they are truly just the better team. So I'm throwing against the spread trends and against the spread numbers out here, and I'm going with the better team, but I don't love that game. Next up, we have the Raptors minus 4 here at home against the Hawks. Danilo Gallinari is questionable. Bogdanovic is questionable here. And then for Toronto, OG Anunoby is questionable. Both these teams coming off of win streaks here. Atlanta, 5 wins in a row. Toronto, 5 wins. They did catch the L to Miami, but both these teams, as of late, you know, Toronto, 5 of the last 6. Same thing with Atlanta there. Playing decent basketball, but you guys know what we say about the Atlanta Hawks, right? The Atlanta Pigeons here. They've been playing better on the road as of late, but I'm going to lean Toronto minus 4 in this one. I think that they can just kind of outgut them and outwill them. They played at the end of February, and the Atlanta Hawks took it to the Raptors, but I think this Raptors team has come into a little bit better of a form, so I think we got a revenge spot here, and the Raptors are at home. Next up, we have the Heat, 5.5 point favorites against the Hornets. The Hornets got their doors blown off by Philly. We were on the wrong side of that one. Miami, Sacramento, Boston, Chicago, and Toronto, 4 wins in a row. 3 of those 4, the most recent 3, are very, very quality wins, in my opinion. In terms of injuries, Jimmy Butler, Martin, Dedmon, Morris, Lowry, and PJ Tucker, all questionable here for the game. Charlotte has no injuries to report. Those injuries are going to make a big deal in terms of what we go with this play, but I think either way, call me crazy, I'm going to be leaning the Hornets, even though we got stung by them last game. Stung, Hornets. But, all right, let's keep going here. I'm going to lean Hornets plus 5.5. We've been loyal to them all year long. They've made us plenty of money. They're 42-34-2 against the spread on the season, and we've been in on a lot of those games on the road as well. They're 3-1 in their last 4 against the spread, and the Heat are 1-5 at home in their last 6. So Heat haven't been playing well in Miami. Charlotte's been playing well anywhere but Charlotte, so we're going to lean Charlotte there, plus 5.5. Next up is the game that I'm just absolutely staying away from. It's going to be Rockets or nothing for me. I'll spoil my lean here, but Nets minus 17.5 against the Rockets. When you have to pretty much win a game by 20, I'm obviously going to lean the underdog just because I think that that's a ludicrous number, but I'm probably staying away from this game because, yeah, no kidding, they can probably do it. Seth Curry's upgraded to questionable now. I know he's been out for a little while, but yeah, this is such a weird game to me. It's like I don't want to bet on a team to win by 17.5 points. So if I have to put a gun to my head and lean here, I'm leaning with the Rockets, but I don't love that at all. The Nets can easily win this game by 20 plus, but you know, we see the Rockets there with 17.5 points. I could just be a psycho and throw some money on that because it's such a big number. So I'm leaning Rockets 17.5. Don't love it. I could be an idiot and bet it. We shall see. But keep an eye on the pinned comment for that because I'll definitely throw the exclusive emoji that the members have next to that one in the pinned comment because that would be a psycho play that we might just do. But there's just no way in hell I'm leaning Nets minus 17.5. That's so many points. Next up, the Bulls getting 4 points here at home against the Bucks. These two teams just played late in March. The Bulls were a little bit banged up then, but Milwaukee absolutely took it to them, 126-98. Giannis is probable here for Chicago. Zach LaVine is probable, so you're going to want to keep an eye on those two things. Giannis has just been sitting and then playing and then sitting, then playing and then sitting. He's on absolute get ready for the playoffs mode in terms of load management there. Chicago's coming off of a loss to Miami. If Giannis and the Bucks are all healthy, I lean Bucks here. It kills me because this Bulls team has made us so much money and then has lost us so much money. It is the craziest roller coaster that we have with them this entire season. But if Giannis and everyone is healthy, I'm going to lean Bucks here, -4, just because this Bulls team has let us down too many times. But I don't love betting against a team I've been loyal to this season. And you guys rag on me in the comments for like, oh, you've been loyal to too many teams, like, the Bulls, the Warriors, the Hornets. It's like, look at the against the spread here. Technically, if you bet the Bulls every single game, you would have made money here, right? So it's like, it's not that crazy. But yeah, they're 41-36-1 against the spread. So people that are ragging on me for being loyal to teams in the comments, it's like it's kind of playing the right game here. But we're going to be not loyal tonight and lean Bucks -4. But that is one that, if I'm thinking, you know what, Giannis is out or Middleton's out, one Bucks crucial player is out, I could flip that one. So keep an eye on the pinned comment. All right, next up, we have two teams that we rolled with last time. If you could pop up yesterday's here again. Yep, there we go. We have the Thunder +15 and the Blazers +15. Last time out, we took the Thunder. They actually cashed for us. The Blazers could not keep a game to 15 points. The Thunder here are at home, -3.5. The Blazers cannot seem to buy a cover or a win lately. So we're going to lean the rumbling, covering Thunder. Ladies and gentlemen, I hate taking them as favorites, but I think 3.5 points is definitely understandable. So we're jumping on the Thunder here, -3.5, because screw the Blazers, and the Thunder have been great for us this year, 47-27-4 against the spread. All right, we got the Timberwolves taking on the Wizards. Timberwolves are 11.5-point favorites against Washington. Kuzma's out, as we know. I've already predicted that he's out for season. I wish they would just come out and say it. Beasley's upgraded to probable, and Pat Beverly's upgraded to probable as well. Minnesota coming off of 2 wins to Denver and to Houston. Meanwhile, Washington coming off of a bad loss to my Boston Celtics just a couple nights ago. I do still think 11.5 points is too much. I'm going to lean Wizards here. I don't love this. This definitely is not going to be on the final ticket, so don't even look for it in the pinned comment on the final plays. But I am going to lean Washington. I think 11.5 is just a little bit too much to give this Timberwolves team. I see this game being like a 118-112 game. And it's like, yeah, that's a pretty easy win for the Timberwolves, but definitely not a 12-point win. So I'm leaning Wizards there. But you guys also know every time I bet the Timberwolves, they go and prove me wrong. Or bet against the Timberwolves, they prove me wrong. So do with that what you will. Next up, the Jazz, 5-point favorites here against the Grizzlies. This Jazz team at home, 2-1 in the last 3 against the spread. The Grizzlies are great in the last 10 against the spread, 7-3, but all, 5 of those games in the last 5 at home they're 5-0 against the spread. They're only 2-3 against the spread on the road. Adams upgraded to probable. Tyus Jones upgraded to probable. Brooks is doubtful. Jaren Jackson Jr. is probable. Ja Morant, as we know, is out. Desmond Bane's probable. So keep an eye on that injury report. That's going to be absolutely crucial. But this Utah team is puzzling. They're finally getting healthy, yet they still have not covered in 5 straight games. Actually, 7 straight games, excuse me. So given that trend, I'm going to lean Memphis here, getting 5 points. All of those guys that are probable, we got to see them actually play. So that is the caveat here, but they are such a great against spread team. 51-27 on the season. Pretty crazy. So we're leaning Memphis there +5, but all those guys have to play or else I'm sticking away from this game. It's Memphis or nothing for me because you can't trust the Jazz at this point. But, it comes down to those injuries, or not even injuries, those management or whatever, rest, all that type of stuff. Nuggets, 6.5-point favorites here over the Spurs. Nuggets are at home. McDermott's, as we know, for season, Jakob Portal is upgraded to probable. DeJounte Murray is out. And for Denver, we have no major injuries. Battling a burp there. No major injuries to concern with there. San Antonio's coming off of 2 covers against the Trailblazers, and they were big numbers, so I'm going to kind of give them credit. 13.5 and 15-point covers there for San Antonio. Denver's coming off of a nice win against the Lakers a couple nights ago, in which they also covered. We're going to be leaning Denver here, -6.5. No DeJounte Murray for the Spurs means I do not like to bet on them, so we might as well lean Denver. I wish this was about 4.5 line, which we're probably not going to get with any movement, but we're going to lean Denver here, -6.5. Next on the slate, we have the Kings getting 8.5 points against the New Orleans Pelicans. The Kings are still going to be without De'Aaron Fox, or at least he's questionable. He's upgraded to questionable, so I misspoke there. Alex Len also questionable. Sabonis still out. For New Orleans, Valanciunas is questionable there, so a couple major injuries to keep in mind there as we look at this game. But the Pelicans, 8.5 points. I like that if De'Aaron Fox doesn't play. Forget about Valanciunas on the Pelican side of things. If De'Aaron Fox doesn't play, I like the Pelicans here, 8.5. If De'Aaron Fox does play, I think I'm going to lean Sacramento 8.5. All right, guys, before we get into the final game of the night, please hit that subscribe button, like the video as well, and if you want to get involved in the comments, you guys can use hashtag ride of the day. Give me a play that you guys are rolling with, and I'm going to jump on board with one of you guys in the comments. You'll get a shout out in the next video, win or loss. Just like gotta get the bag, we'll pop them up here one more time. Gotta get the bag gets the win. You gotta thank you very much. Applause there, and he helped us make a little bit of change last time out. So make sure to use hashtag ride of the day in the comments if you guys do want to throw in a play that I can ride with. But next up, we have the Suns. We don't have a spread for this. We're recording this super early, but the Suns taking on the Lakers, and I'm gonna say I'm leaning Suns literally no matter what here. LeBron is questionable. Anthony Davis is questionable. Phoenix is relatively healthy here. No Sarge and Kaminsky, who have been out for quite some time here, but the Lakers have lost 6 straight games. Phoenix losing 2 straight. They didn't have all their guys in that OKC game for sure. Before that, they were in an absolute tear. So we're going to lean Phoenix here. Definitely keep an eye on the pin comment for this one because we don't have a final line out right now, so I can't speak to it fully, but I just want to throw that out there. But guys, that's going to wrap it up for the predictions portion of the video. Make sure to keep an eye on the pin comment. That is where our final plays will be, and we're going to add in some player props throughout the day. And click on that Discord link that I put in there because that is where we explain the player props in the final plays thread that we have going on there. So I can't thank you guys enough again for all the support on the channel. I'm telling you, I did not think we'd be hitting 9,000 subscribers possibly by the NBA season, but that is a great goal to have right now. So I can't thank you guys enough, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.